guys is just a quick refresher on the MSDS or an SDS sheet. The product that you are going to be using mostly is Benefect. I'm not sure if you guys can really see very well. So on the SDS sheet, the most important part of the SDS is this top corner graph. You see it with the, you guys see it? Not really, probably. Right here, there's like a small graph. On the graph, it says health, flammability, and reactivity. And it gives you a rating system from 0 to 5. The higher the number, the more dangerous the product is. Like the more hazardous it is, more flammability it has, and reactivity to other chemicals such as water, reagents, or whatever. Like, so you have to be careful on what you mix. Benefect is all zeros, which is one of the reasons why the CDC recommends using it for cleaning, and one of the reasons why a lot of companies use it is because there's no health effects, there's no flammability, and doesn't react to water or other chemicals. It's really important though to keep the SDS sheet with you though of the product you're using, because you may not be using a product that is all zeros. You may be using something like Microban or a product that actually has an amount of health effect that could cause, and there'll be a list of things that tells you like how to handle the chemical if there's an issue. Like if there's a health hazard, it'll tell you what to wear as far as PPE. If there's a reactivity factor, it'll tell you what you shouldn't mix it with, like chlorine. Yeah, bleach. You mix bleach and ammonia together, you create a gas that'll kill you. So there'll be things on the SDS that'll actually tell you what not to mix it with, the solvability of the chemical with each other, and the reaction that takes place when two chemicals or whatever it might need. So it's really, really important to pay attention to what chemical you're using, and pay attention to the SDS sheet to make sure that what you're using isn't going to cause more of a hazard than what you're already doing.
What about cleaning air handling units? I know we talked a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
Would it be
for dwell time?
Yeah.
Yeah. So one thing too that's really important, and this will be on the SDS sheet or on the back of the bottle, or whatever product you're using. Every product has a different dwell time. The dwell time is, you can think of it as kill time. So when you apply a product to something, like say you spray Benefect onto a surface, it's not going to initially kill everything. It'll just, like there has to, when you spray the product, it's going to kill topical stuff, but the bottle itself will tell you how long the product needs to sit for it to effectively kill whatever's on that surface. That's called dwell time. Every product is different. Benefect, I think you said was 10 minutes for dwell time.
On the CDC website, it does say 10, but I think that's their minimum because everything says 10.
It is, yeah. So, and it'll tell you what the minimum reaction time or the minimum dwell time is for each product. And when you, usually rule of thumb is you take that and you add an extra 15 to 20 minutes just to make sure that it's working properly. So if it's a dwell time of 10 minutes, when you apply it, you want to assume that it hasn't finished doing its thing for about 20 minutes.
So like today, when we're going to do air handling units, we need to go shut them off and then open them up, and then we can fog Benefect in there before we do anything. Then you'd recommend waiting
about at least 10 minutes, but I would say about a half an hour.
And then you go in, and then with being under negative air, then you start removing the filters, and then you can get in there and clean after you fog.
That's correct.
Because obviously this is new. Normally we wouldn't fog before we cleaned it.
Right.
Yeah.
And the best practice in this case for this type of cleanup that you guys are doing is to minimize risk. Anything that you're doing above and beyond what we normally would do is minimizing risk. So fogging beforehand is minimizing risk, because you're essentially killing whatever is there prior to even doing the work. So when you're fogging the system, anything that's present is being eliminated for the most part. I mean, it's not going to kill everything, but it's going to kill enough that you're putting yourself in the best position. So again, just eliminating risk is what you really want to do when you're working under these circumstances.
If we're working and we rip